I said I'm recording now. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is for Sandra Kiefer. These are the little creature people. And I'm half asleep. This is the follow-up on what you do with these things after you bake them. Stop! Don't be ruining my video. Okay, good. Okay, this is what I use for clear coat. Minwax, polyacrylic, which means water-based. Whatever you do, do not use a spray finish that's petroleum-based because they get sticky and they never get unsticky. So, first thing we're going to do is open. Let's see, these here I have another special purpose for these. And here is my water jug. Well, you like things your way. And I have a spring in here so I can clean that off. Alright. Some of these things only need clear coated. And I'm going to do them first. This one here, the first one, I see this one going to Carol Schaefer in Newton, Illinois. And you just liberally apply Megan's crying because I told her to not make noise. Hold on. Such is life. Okay, here's our one guy we made the other day. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that I know it's got something to do with light refraction, but it literally kind of perks it up a little bit. I don't know how else to explain it. Just give him a little coat of water base. Make sure it's water base, because anything petroleum base does something odd. And then here's one of the skeletons. Oh, I don't know what I did with the other one. This. Another thing is when you put glitter on these, if they're in a situation like if you make beads and you cover them with glitter, they'll rub together and that glitter will rub off. So this is no good. Especially something like this. It's just solid glitter. It will rub off and then you're really depressed. It's like, oh no, why did I not clear coat that? Okay. And then kind of get down in those cracks. And yes, it dries clear, so it's, but anyway, I recommend that, oops, cat hairs, not allowed. I recommend the Minwax product. I've used a lot of different Minwax products. This one here, I see going to San Francisco to a friend of mine out there. I think she's going to be my West Coast model. And I'm just going to put the prices of stuff on the back of stuff I send her. And if anyone compliments, say, well, I have a friend in New Orleans that makes them. And she'll know how much they are. Okay. And here's one. I see this one going to Robinson, Illinois. Yes. Megan's all put out. Made her mad already. I see. Okay, oh. Now, this is the extent of the clear coating for a minute or two here. Alright, let's put that in the water. On there. Now I'm going to do something else. Okay, I'm going to start with these. There's two things you can do. Number one is leave it plain. Whoops. Which, this is so versatile, you can wear it with anything. So I think I'm going to leave this one plain. But this guy, and this is where I take the seashell and I just put white clay in there, bake it in there, make a hole, and then I take a tool and extend those grooves. Same thing here. Okay, make a hole, and these lines are going this way. This one, I'm just going to leave it clear, like this. And then I'm going to mix up. Oh, I don't have my tool over here. Oh, that's all right. You get a little doodad thing of any kind. Oops, that's got some in there. Let's don't do that. Let's use this side. Now, what we have here is, these are called, you can get these in a bunch of different, there's copper, there's silver, there's white, there's ice blue, this was a gold. These are Pearl X pigments made by Jacquard, J-A-Q-U-A-R-D products. And they are really good. It's just pigment, that's what it is. It is just pigment that you can put it in clear paint, pigment, powder. Okay, so what we do with that is, I bought this highlighter stuff one time and I smelled it, and this is what it smelled like. Yes, shoe polish, because I used to do my dad's shoes before he went to work. So you just take a little bit of shoe polish, like so, a little bitty bit, and then, and it makes this rub, a rub that you can control, because it's, and then take a little bit of your, oops, just a little bit, not much, and it makes, okay, we're going to mix this up. This is the hard part where it kind of makes a mess. She's in there bawling because I told her I didn't want her making a bunch of loud noises. She didn't want to hear that, I guess. She's just a sobbing and a weeping. Okay, now you really have to kind of mix it up with your finger. And you don't make a whole bunch at once because it has a shelf life. But it makes like a gold paste, is what it is. And then when you rub it, see, gold finger. Alright. So what you want to do is, you want ever so lightly, not very much at all, and rub across. And what it does is it highlights all the ridges and bumps. Okay? We're going to go with gold on these guys for reasons I don't remember why I picked gold right now. Yeah. You really can't see this so much probably on the video, but you can rub down here too if you want. Well, I had a dream about Hank Sutherland. I got to call him up. Haven't talked to him in a while. I dreamed that him and Lisa Gallagher. No, I went to his house and talked to his mom. She called him up. And we met, and then he wasn't available because he and Lisa Gallagher were going to a hootenanny or something. And these both are my friends, and so I went with them. And they just went off together because they wanted to dance and left me sitting talking to people I didn't know. So I woke up mad at Hank. So I think I'll call him up. Okay. You can't see. It's a very subtle. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing on just some certain spots on these. Yeah. Just these little areas right here where I did this one certain texture. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then these things will be they'll be clear coated like everything else. You maybe can see that a little better. Ooh, you don't want to get it up here. Just thought of something else I could put it on. Anyway, you can see that, I think. And then this one here, same thing. It's a texture that anyone's ever been around expanded metal knows what that looks like. So there you go. Just gives it a little bit of and this here, I don't know if this is dry yet or not, but I'm going to put some on these threads. Yeah. Oh yeah, that improved that 100% right there. All right. Now, let me see. Get the big chunks out because it needs to look. Actually, that looks pretty cool right there on them stitches. Now the gold is not going to do much for the pink at all. I'll dull it down. Okay, this one's mine. This one goes to A.J. Davenport. This one goes to Carol Schaefer. And this one goes to Kathy Joe's live-in granddaughter. And that's that. Now, got those done, we'll finish up with the clear coating. Yeah, that looks pretty cool right there. I think I'll go ahead and do this. Why? Because I have extra. It should feel like, when you mix this, it should feel like shoe polish. Imagine that. Yeah, it just gives it a little subtle highlight. Just a little. And it, excuse me, that was rude. Oh, I bet my potatoes are about burnt. There we go. Unless you turn them off. There we go. Yep. Just gives it a little pop. Alright, now let's go back to this stuff. And who needs clear coat now? All these guys. And that is going to be, and they've been making paint for $500 years, thousands of years. And this is the best they can come up with on how to store it. So I always put some kind of a, because this stuff here, once its shelf life starts to approach infinity, then it gets milky. And when it gets milky, actually it's just concentrating. It's basically water with Elmer's glue in it. That's what it basically is. Then it gets milky, and when it gets milky, then it dulls whatever. But you just want to liberally apply it to all your, I always just do on the front side and mess with the back side. Because if somebody's gonna poke around, look at the back side of your necklace, unless they're interested and like an artist, then just crack their knuckles. They don't need to be looking at it. See, I just put that under there. Just smush it under there so it kind of grips onto the seashell. And then we just give it a little clear coat. And boy, I tell you what, that clear coat, the Fimo that has the special effects like the metallic, as soon as you put this clear coat on there, it does something to the light refraction, and it gives it a real depth of color that's just really awesome. So anyway, and this shoe polish stuff, I call it the Kiwi Metallics because it's kiwi shoe polish. It dries almost instantly to where you can clear coat over that. And oh, blueberry muffin right there. Ruh-roh. Yes, indeed. But these right here are some of my steampunk. I get the ideas from the steampunk trend. My favorite part of the steampunk trend, not so much the retro as the recycling. Goes back and uses old stuff and creates a thing of beauty with junk. I love that. That's probably going to end up in my. But see, they got the stitches. These are broken hearts. These are broken mended hearts. See, they got different colors. See there? And then they're all messed up, broken. And there you go. I believe that's all there is. So, always take good care of your brushes. And like I said, they've been making paint cans for 8,000 years. Since before Jesus was born. And this is all the better they can come up with. If there's a storage. So always, I do it just for snicks and grins. I always give it a little extra protectiveness, and it does last longer. So I reckon that's about the end of that. And there you have. No. This one here is the prettiest one I've done so far. I'm giving that to AJ. No, this is gonna live in San Francisco. Can't really see now, but when everything dries and dries clear, then it'll be totally gnarlesome. The end.